Okay, here we are in another video with me, Little Ninja. I hope you like this video. What if Naruto was born early? And when I say early, I mean very, very, very early. Very early. So basically, what will be happening in canon, they'll just transfer the Nine Tails instead of having to make Kushina die, although Kushina will still have the other parts of the Nine Tails, which would get sealed, which the rest of the Nine Tails would get sealed inside of Naruto, so that way he would have the full Nine Tails and be a little bit older, not to mention a lot older, knowing more about the Nine Tails than he would in canon. This would lead him to become a born early prodigy, one of the best ninjas in Konoha. So without further ado, let's get into the video. It's Little Ninja time. We start off with Kushina and Minato Namikaze dying right in front of Naruto. Naruto have been a secret child. No one knew of his heritage. The last words of his parents were to keep his power a secret, knowing that Naruto will be strong enough to unlock the chakra chains and may one day be able to control the Nine Tails. Naruto would look on to his parents and would not want to leave them, would not want to do any of this. He would try to call out, trying to see if there's a ninja that could help him, trying to see if that his team is here. Find Rin, everyone else, Kakashi, Rin, and Obito. He could get his team and get his friends, but unfortunately, they were not around. Basically, Obito had already presumably dead, and the masked man had already killed his parents and fled. With this, Naruto would go into the forest, taking his parents to proper burial. Naruto, wanting to get a lot stronger, secretively and would go into the forest, making sure to break his limits, making sure to absolutely make his training the best his training could ever be. We time skip to about a few years before Naruto in canon would have turned 4. This Naruto is about 15, with this version of Naruto being about 11 years older than his canon counterpart and being the same age of Kakashi. With this, Naruto would begin and start to walk out of the Forest of Death, looking for basically a way out. He would eventually start going straight and would find his way out of the Forest of Death, and we see the light of a Naruto. Someone that is basically super strong and had resistance seals on him the whole time. This was that if he took these seals off, he would be 3 times as strong as he already is, being about the same strength as this version of Hiruzen with the seals on. This version of Naruto is way strong, but doesn't know how to control the newfound power that comes with taking the seals that are on him off, basically making him very strong. Naruto would basically always be training and would eventually go towards the Hokage Tower and would re-register himself to the third Hokage as the son of Minato and Kushina. With this being the Anbu would have been escorted out before Naruto would have told his GG. telling him the story of the masked man and basically how the masked man killed his parents. With this, Gigi would basically ask Naruto what he looked like, and Naruto would explain what the masked man looked like. With this, the third Hokage would put out a poster to try and find this guy and bring him in, so that this doesn't happen to any other ninja family at all, or any other Jinchuriki. Naruto would have the 49 tails and would actually have full power of the chakra chains, trying to figure out how to push the chakra chains even further beyond what they already are. With this, he would also be a Fuinjutsu master at this point in time, making sure to learn the Hiraishin Jutsu, the Rasengan, and a couple other jutsus while at it. With this, Naruto still only has his wind element, meaning that he can create his own wind jutsu. So yeah, Naruto would start becoming a Anbu and would be on the same team as Kakashi, basically taking a liking to Kakashi without knowing that it's Kakashi. At this point, Naruto would stop being. A few years later, Naruto would stop being an Anbu, with Kakashi doing the same, then finally realizing that they were friends, and Kakashi already knowing Naruto's heritage, Kakashi would bow down to Naruto, stating that he should be the Hokage. So, Naruto starts saying, no, I'm looking to take my own team. Also, the third Hokage gave us a mission. It's to infiltrate the school system and see what has changed, because a few years back, a team of children had died, and they were all newly came out of the school, ninja school. So yeah, Naruto would use the transformation jutsu to turn himself into the age, and would basically have infiltrated the school of ninja, trying to figure out what they are teaching the new ninjas of tomorrow. Naruto saying a lot about what has changed over the past years, they're not teaching them how they're supposed to teach. Because of this, Naruto would have to report back to the Hokage, and the third Hokage would immediately have to set this straight with the academy, making sure to make the ninjas look stronger. Now we get to the canon part of the anime, with Naruto revealing himself to be a Jonin. And with this, he would pick out 3 students that he knows need the most help, even with the changes inside of the academy. He would pick out Ino, Sakura, and Sasuke. He would pick out Sasuke knowing the tale of what happened to the Uchiha clan. He would pick Sakura so that he could stop her from being a fangirl, and he would pick Hinata so that way she could stop being shy and become even stronger than how she already is. With this, Sakura, Sasuke, and Hinata would report to the top of the academy, and Naruto would introduce himself as someone who wants to become the Hokage and wants to be the most powerful shinobi in existence. With this, Sasuke would do his spout about how he wants to kill a certain someone, and Sakura would do basically her introduction to canon, except for the part about hating Naruto, because Naruto in this one never pestered her about dating her. So yeah, Naruto would look at Hinata, saying that it's her turn to speak up. Hinata would say that she wants to become a strong Kunoichi and would want to be strong enough to stop the cage bird seal from being used. The other two not knowing what the cage bird seal is, Naruto explained the cage bird seal and the branch system inside the Hyuga clan to Sasuke and Sakura. With this, Naruto would tell them to meet at training ground 7 and would leave immediately. With this, the next day, Naruto would begin to train his new team, telling them that they have to get the bells away from him. With this, he would say start, and all of the Geni would be on him. Him just blocking and dodging like it's nothing, and then he would push them all back and would start to read a book. No, it's not the Icha Paradise. It's just a normal ninja book that he wanted to catch up on. With this, Sasuke would get angry and would start throwing shuriken at Naruto like crazy. And with this, Naruto would catch every single last shuriken and then throw them back faster and harder than Sasuke did. Naruto would then put down the book and jump straight for Sasuke, basically slamming Sasuke into a tree and then just getting back to the stop. Now the saying, you have to be one. I'll pass you all because we work together as a team. Those who abandon the rules are scum, but those who abandon their teammates are worse than scum. And you three show perfect teamwork. We'll start doing missions tomorrow, so be ready. Also, after that mission, we'll do some training. With this, Naruto will disappear again, and Sasuke and Sakura would come up thinking that this teacher is great. Naruto would be in a tree, reading up on jutsus, trying to figure out what he would do, and he would begin to walk back to the Forest of Death when someone would interrupt him, saying that he doesn't need to go there. He is clearly a cheater and cannot go to the Forest of Death. Naruto would state that he is a Jonin and is way more this woman would be Anko. I forgot her last name. Anko would test Naruto, telling him to battle her. With this, Naruto would take up the opportunity and would put down his book, seeing as this is a Jonin, and he doesn't need to do the same treatment that he did to his students. Naruto would get ready, and Anko would barrage him with snakes, just trying to get Naruto cut at least once. Naruto basically blocking and dodging as best as he can, with Anko being very, very fast. Not that much power to him behind the snakes, but very, very, very fast. Naruto would barely be able to dodge some of the snakes and would have block them instead, like I already said. Naruto would begin to become mad at this and would start working harder, grabbing all of the snakes that came his way, pulling Anko towards him, and then slamming her to the ground, and then saying, I should own this district. Anko would disappear because it would be a shadow clone. Anko doing the same thing that she would be doing before, starting a flurry of attacks. Naruto would have to jump back and would summon a giant toad. Then, from the giant toad, which would be a distraction, Naruto would use the Rasengan and shove it into Anko's chest. With this, Naruto would be the winner of the battle and would tell Anko that he would catch her later and would start his training for the day. Anko would leave and Naruto would basically do the ruthless training that made him his way already. With this, Naruto would go back to his team the next day and would start training them. And he would give them all their own weapons. With Sakura choosing, oh wait, I said Ino. I said Ino, not Hinata. Ino basically says something like Ino would pick a bow staff, while Sasuke would pick gauntlets, and Sasuke would pick a katana. With Sasuke and putting the katana inside of a scroll, with Sakura putting her gauntlets inside of a scroll, with Ino not knowing how to put her stuff inside of a scroll, she would put the staff behind her back, thinking that she would need to use it in their training. Naruto would say that their training today is to defeat this clone, at least poof this one clone, saying that it's less stronger than me because I didn't put that much chocolate in it. It should be about the same strength as y'all three combined. With this would be a training exercise and also basically make sure they have good teamwork as well. That Naruto would disappear and watch the fight from a tree. With Sakura trying to bash into the clone, trying to smash it and basically take it out quick. Ino trying to slam her staff into the clone, but it not working. First try, Sasuke would just use a flurry of cuts trying to take down the clone, but them being inexperienced with their new weapons, not being able to take down the clone effectively. Sasuke would get annoyed at this and would put the sword away, trying to get his fist. Of course, the clone would instantly bash Sasuke into a tree, with Sakura trying to slam the clone down, trying to make sure the clone is destroyed with one hit, but the clone can't catch the hit. With Ino trying to hit the clone with her bow staff many times, thinking that one of the hits might actually land, but of course, all of the hits were dodged by this Naruto. Sasuke would get back some of his sword and would start slicing and dicing the clone, eventually getting a couple of hits, but Naruto dispersed the clone. Of course, when they all work together, the clone would dispel instantly. With this, Naruto would decide to teach them how to use their individual weapons, with two other versions of Naruto popping up, one with a bow staff, one with two gauntlets, and the original one with a scythe. Not a scythe. The original one with a katana. With this, Naruto would teach each of them how to use their weapons efficiently, and they would become stronger, the same canon level of Naruto inside of the Forest of Death, with Sasuke being the same canon strength as Tailed Beast Form 1 and being about the strength of Shibuya. So this is helping them out a lot, making them a lot stronger inside of the long run. Of course, with this, Naruto would think they're finally ready for a C rank because their training has paid off a lot, and he would have eventually put sealing seals on them so that way they could summon the sword at any time. Not to mention they put resistance seals on them so that they can always be training, and with the seals off they are much stronger. I'm not going to tell you how much stronger they are, but they are a lot stronger. Naruto and his team would ask for a C rank mission, and they would get the C rank mission of taking Tazuna to his bridge. With this, Naruto would get everyone ready, and Tazuna not really trusting them, but knowing if he said anything, seeing that they look serious, knowing if he said something, they would probably end his life right there. Although Naruto would know that they wouldn't kill the client yet. Naruto and his team would escort Tazuna outside of the village, and when Naruto would notice a puddle. Knowing that it hasn't rained in a while, he would study the puddle, telling the team to go form a circle around Tazuna, with Naruto bashing his hand into the puddle, grabbing two demon brothers out of it, and then slamming them into a wall and sealing their movements so that way they couldn't move, and would unseal their mouths. asking them what are they doing. Naruto, with this, they would answer, trying to tell Tazuna. I mean, yeah, I think it's Tazuna, right? Yeah, it's Tazuna. Tazuna would shiver, and then Naruto would stare at Tazuna. Tazuna trying to kill him because he's going to make a bridge that could stop his basically money, basically making Gato not that rich anymore. With this, I will leave it off right here, and I hope you liked the video. I hope that I kind of made it good enough. So, without further ado, Little Ninja out.